8 years ago, it looked like audiobooks were, if not dead, then they were lying in the coffin looking very unwell and only twitching sporadically. And they were one of my favorite media, and they had obviously come to the end of the line. And I remember the fight to get American Gods out on audio when it was done, and now it was all of these different cassettes, and nobody could ever afford to bring it out on CD because the packaging was going to be too expensive, and it was all very strange and very, very sad. In the last 5 years, one of the things that the iPod has brought along with it is the audiobook renaissance, and I am so happy, because I think that audiobooks have a magic that nothing else has. Sometimes it's delightful. Occasionally it's almost frustrating. I find I can't do that thing in an audiobook that I do in a real book, a printed book, where I just get faster and faster towards the end. I start reading at a gallop to know what happens, because it's still going to go at the same pace. And what's lovely about that is I don't miss things. I love doing my own audiobooks. I'm incredibly lucky in that I have a publisher who will let me do my own audiobooks. And most authors, when they raise their hands nervously and say they would like to do their own audiobooks, are told to go back to their books, and they do go back to their books. I was really lucky. I love it because I can get it, I think, closer to how I have it in my head than normally a reader is going to. I was very, very lucky with the Nancy Boys in particular, because I got Lenny Henry to do that, and for me, the Lenny Henry reading of a Nancy Boys is the real version of a Nancy Boys. That's the one I'd love everybody to experience. You hear a reader and they get a lot of stuff right, and then they get little things wrong. They may get the tone of a character wrong. They may not know that a line is meant to be read ironically or whatever, and I do. And I just love the fact that I can read, I can get into a studio and spend 3 days doing nothing but reading my book and being told how incredibly loudly my stomach is rumbling by the engineer, and generally slowly going mad because it's incredibly exhausting. But at the end it gives me something that I'm really proud of.